There are two main ways of getting a whale: fishing it up from the fishing spot in the meadows, or buying it from Fee for 900 ticks in the secret area in Splintered Skies. In this video I'll be determining once and for all which of these two methods of getting whales is better. Of course, both of these options are really expensive, but exactly how expensive is fishing compared to buying? Well, every worm costs a base price of 10 ticks. For this we need the probability of every fish. For starters, the whale has a 1 in 400 chance of being caught, so statistically we need 400 worms to catch a single whale. And at 10 ticks per worm, this might seem like the question is answered. We are going to buy from Fee, but you will still get other fish when you are using up those worms, and we can sell those fish to get money back. But now there's a question: how much money do we get back from selling fish? Well, the selling price for fish from lowest to highest is goldfish with 1 ticks, blue clownfish with 5 ticks, yellow clownfish with 10 ticks, pufferfish with 15 ticks, trout with 17 ticks, jellyfish with 20 ticks, eel and seahorse with 22 ticks, shark with 25 ticks, and whale with 30 ticks, which we are obviously not selling. Let's say you catch 400 fish, which costs 4,000 ticks total. So the total money we need to make back to make it more cost effective than buying from Fee is at least 3,100. But anyway, out of the 400 fish we catch, 100 of those would be goldfish worth 100 ticks total, another 100 would be pufferfish worth 1500 ticks total, 57.1 of those would be blue clownfish worth 285.71 ticks, 44.4 repeating of those would be yellow clownfish worth 444.4 ticks total, 36.36 of them would be trout worth 618.18 ticks total, 19.04 of them would be jellyfish worth 380.95 ticks total, 18.18 of them would be eel worth 400 ticks total, 8.8 repeating of them would be seahorse worth 195.5 ticks total, 8 of them would be shark worth 200 ticks total, and of course one of them would be a whale. When we add all of those numbers up, we get a grand total of 4,125 ticks. Not only did we break even, but we did it with over 1,000 ticks to spare. But one thing I forgot to mention, you can also fail the action command, which uses up your bait and causes you to lose out on a fish. One worm costed 10 ticks, so for every failed catch I lose 10 ticks. So we add the ticks wasted by losing the action command to the starting capital we need. I fail the action command probably every 1 in 10 catches, so 40 per whale. That means we need 3,500 ticks now. So if we sell every fish that isn't a whale, we can still make it more cost effective to fish instead of just buying the whale. But yeah, keeping it simple, we are saving 1,025 ticks compared to buying. So with that rabbit hole out of the way, we dive straight into a new one. Time. How long will it take to actually fish everything? And most importantly, how long will it take to get the ticks to actually fund all the fishing / buying? So I did a quick grind of the pit to see how many ticks I would get. After about 25 minutes I gained 522 ticks. Right now it might seem that the obvious answer is to fish for the whales, but the fact that this is more cost effective can be completely thrown out the window if the time it takes to get 400 more ticks is shorter than the time it takes to actually catch a whale. So we know that it takes roughly 25 minutes to get 500 ticks. That makes it take about 50 minutes to max out the ticks counter. With that we can buy 1 whale from Fee. I already have 2 whales in my storage, so we multiply those 15 minutes by 8 to have a rough time estimate of how long filling my inventory with whales takes, that being 6 hours and 40 minutes. Now to calculate the time it takes to get a whale by fishing. Buying and selling the fish takes about 60 seconds, and doing the fishing action command takes about 30 seconds. This gives us a 1 minute and 30 second period for 10 fish. But since we need to catch 400 for 1 whale, this means multiplying 90 seconds by 40, giving us 3,600. Dividing that by 60 means it takes about 1 hour to catch a whale through fishing. This means it will take 8 hours to fill our inventory with fishing and 6 hours and 40 minutes by grinding money. And time is money after all, so buying whales from Fee is definitely the way to go. Okay, so that's the end of the video. If you found this video useful, consider subscribing. And if any of my math is incorrect, please let me know in the comments.